Well, g'day guys. I'm up early this morning packing up the bike with my Lone Rider luggage. Today I'm heading from Adelaide in South Australia. I'm heading northeast to New South Wales to a small old mining town called Broken Hill. Broken Hill is on the edge of the Outback, and it's famous for being the location of the Mad Max 2 movie and the other movie, Priscilla, Queen of the Desert. It's going to be a fantastic ride. It's about 6.5 hours, mostly bitumen, but I am passing through some great towns on the way. So I'm going to take the drone. I'm packing fairly light and I've got the camera gear. So if you've got nothing better to do, stick along with me for the ride. Okay, let's finish off packing and hit the road. See you in a couple of days. Alright guys, what a fantastic day to be hitting the road. I'm just keeping an eye on the GPS, which is having a bit of a brain fart at the moment. Hopefully it'll lock in and away we go. I think it's a relatively easy way to navigate up to Broken Hill. There is a more direct route, but David suggested I go up through Gawler, Clare, Peterborough. I believe there's a small motorcycle museum there, so if I get a chance I'm going to stop there and have a look around, maybe take a bit of footage, a few photographs, and share the experience with you. Now, I've always wanted to go up to Broken Hill. As I mentioned in the intro, it's up in New South Wales, and it's a pretty dusty outback town. It's about as authentic outback Australian as you can get without getting right into the red centre. So a quick thanks again to Dave and Alan for yesterday's trip. It was fantastic. We had a great day out. Doing some dirt trails in South Australia down towards Victor Harbour. Hopefully by the time you see this I will have edited all the footage into a decent day trip, so I'll put a link up here somewhere and a quick photograph. There you go, there's your photo. Again, thanks to Alan for the navigation. Okay, probably not much point keeping the camera rolling through here. There's a guy on a scooter there with no helmet. Maybe he's had it stolen and he's trying to get home. If the cops get him, he's going to get a ticket, I'm afraid. You don't see that very often, actually. That just made me smile this morning. Just thought I'd throw the camera back on again while I've passed the old guy with no helmet on. Maybe he doesn't realise he hasn't got a helmet on. He doesn't realise he hasn't got his helmet on. What a classic. I just gave him a tap on the top of the head, and he's only just figured out he's not wearing his lid. It's probably at the cafe somewhere. Oh, that is classic. Anyway, that's given me a chuckle for first thing in the morning. Alright, catch up with you later, guys. Well, I've been on the road for a couple of hours now, and I'm just passing through the tiny little town of Tarlee, Tarlee. Now, I'm assuming that's an indigenous name. Might be wrong, might be right. I'll throw up a map so you can see how far away it is from Adelaide. As I said, I've been on the road for a couple of hours and I've barely scratched the surface. What we've got here, Broken Hill, is 428 kilometres sort of northeast from here. I've got 134 kilometres tank range left, so when we get to Clare, I'll fill the GS up and we'll be fine then for the rest of the way. Okay, we're going to ramp back up to 100 as we leave Tarlee, so I'll probably lose the audio. I'll get some more footage of the Australian countryside as we're going along. Hope you're enjoying the ride. Okay, we're going to hang a right towards Broken Hill and Clare on the A32. I'm just going to pull over here and check the GPS because I've got a feeling I've taken the wrong way. There's a couple of ways to get up to Broken Hill. One of them through Borough and the other one through Clare, and I want to go through to Clare. Alright, so just give me a chance to sort out my earplugs as well. One of them isn't in properly and it's hurting like a bugger. Alright, let's see what's going on here. I hate wearing earplugs. I really do hate wearing earplugs, but they're a necessary evil. And the other evil bit is, to get them in your ear, you've got to have a taste of yesterday's earwax. Yeah. Alright, let's have a look what's going on here. Now actually we're correct here because the road splits just up here. So if I go to the left, hang on, let's show you on the camera. So if I go to the left here, as I've got it programmed in, that carries on through Clare. But if I take the right, then that takes me and bypasses Clare and Peterborough. So Peterborough's where that bike museum is. So we want to take a look at that if we can. Alright, I'm still having issues with this bloody earplug. Alright, this is the bit that I just told you about, which is gross. Yesterday's earwax. Nothing a bit of lube won't sort out. Ugh. Oh yeah, that's better. That's one of the benefits of riding by yourself. You can stop when you want. Yesterday my ear was killing me, but there was 3 of us, and I was at the back, so trying to flag somebody down just to let them know that your ears are hurting doesn't always work. there's the quick segue. Let's get back on the road, head off to Clare, and at Clare we're gonna stop for fuel for both the GS and for myself. Okay, hope you're enjoying the ride. Let's go. Okay, we're going to hang a left into the Clare Valley wine region, heading towards Auburn. So I've got 102 kilometres tank range, and Clare is 32 kilometres, so we should be fine. Okay, here we go, next stop Clare. Let's get a move on. Okay, we're just passing through the small township of Auburn, and we're going to hang a right. On the B82 towards Clare. So 24 k's to go to Clare, plenty of fuel left. It's not too warm yet, it's only, if you've done the TFT down there, it's only just over 18 degrees. A little bit chilly today. In fact, when I stop for fuel, I'm going to put on my thermal shirt. Alright, let's play leapfrog with some of these. Probably didn't need to bother because we're coming into a 50 anyway. Wow, it's so nice here. What a beautiful place. There's some fantastic little towns in Australia. Unfortunately, a lot of people, hang on, let's see if that helps with the audio. Unfortunately, a lot of people come from overseas and they go to the main places like Melbourne and Victoria, Sydney, and they don't really see the true Australia. But getting out on a bike or hire a car if you can't ride a bike, and come out and see some real Australia. But you're going to need a few weeks for sure. Wow, beautiful little township. Not sure what that was called actually, I wasn't paying attention. So here it is guys, just entering the small town of Clare, and this is going to be, sorry, I'm just competing with the GPS. So here it is guys, we're just going to grab some fuel in Clare. G'day, mate. Oh. Alright, we just filled the tank up, 30 litres. I'm gonna nip down the road and grab a coffee at this cafe the guy recommended. Alright, stay tuned. There's a few Harleys coming in now. It's a patch club. Okay, that's fuel for the bike. Now we'll get some fuel for me. G'day, mate. How are you? Alright, I've been recommended a cafe down here. I can't remember what it was, $17.99 or something. It's supposed to be good. Town Hall, near the Town Hall. Okay, let's see, down here then somewhere. I think we're on it here. I reckon this is it. Yes, and there's a park right outside. How good.
Just a few bags.
Just a few, mate. Alright, let's get a coffee. Stay tuned. Alright folks, so had a great sandwich in Clare and a good coffee, but I forgot to have a piss, and sorry, I forgot to, what's the word? Go to the toilet. Have a number one, a code yellow, and I forgot to put my earplugs in, so I'm just going to stop for a second or two and get myself sorted. Right, just so you don't think I'm a right heathen, I'm in a whiz in the middle of nowhere. Obviously there's no toilets around, but I do carry some Dettol disinfectant. So when I lick the earwax on my earplugs, stick them in my ear, I'm not also licking something else. Alright, 2 secs and we're off. Just gonna grab a lolly out of the back of here, wherever they are. Take a crap home with you. Alright, let's sort some music out and push on towards Peterborough, depending on where you come from. Okay, let's hit the A32 towards Broken Hill. So 354 kilometers to go. Okay guys, just coming into the small township of Hallett. I'm just going to pull over a second just to check the GPS, because I thought we were supposed to be going through Jamestown, but we'll just double check. And I might just try and sort my earplug out again, because it's hurting like a bastard. Alright, let's have a look at the old GPS. I think we're good here. "34 minutes to Peterborough," and we'll have another stop there, I think. Alright, let's bash on. Well, I'm not sure if you can pick this up on the GoPro, but I'm just keep going through swarms of butterflies and I'm getting absolutely smashed by them. They look like red admirals, but I'm going quite fast, so it's difficult to see. Just back there, they were all over the place, and there were a massive flock of birds, obviously feeding on them. So I've just turned off onto Cleary Road, heading towards Peterborough, and I'm about 13 minutes away. Hopefully I'm going to look at the motorcycle museum if it's open. It might be closed for the holidays. I've been going for a good hour or so since Clare, and can't believe just how big this countryside is. It's amazing. Very few cars on the road. Again, I'm coming through the swarms of butterflies. And some more here. You can see the birds are on the ground picking them up. What a massive country. As is the Aussie way when you get into more of a remote location. Usually the oncoming cars will lift a finger just to say hi, so it takes a bit of getting used to, but it becomes quite normal once you've lived in Australia for a while. I'm not sure how much of this audio you're getting, probably because of the wind coming up under here, and we're doing 125 clicks. Okay folks, here we are. We just rocked up in Peterborough. Just hang on, let's try that with the visor down. I'll repeat that. We've just arrived in Peterborough. Didn't see many cars on the road. It is such a big sprawling country. It's pretty amazing. Alright, we're going to stretch the legs and see if we can find the motorcycle museum. And oh, what a great sign. Actually, I'm going to pull up here and take a photograph in front of that. Okay, quick photo opportunity, and the locals are across the way, so that will give them something to talk about. The old guys are leant on the fence, putting the world to rights. So, quick photo. There you go, quick photo. Alright, let's have a look at the town centre. No doubt, blink and you'll miss it. Give the locals a wave. G'day. Right then, where's the motorcycle museum? Motorcycle museum, what do we reckon, left or right? It's going to be whatever way I take, it's going to be the opposite way. Wow, this is your stereotypical Aussie outback town. How cool. Very, very cool. Motorcycle museum down here. Where is it? Where is the motorcycle museum? Wow, some incredible old buildings. Peterborough Golf Club, no thank you very much. Right, I must have missed it. There's 9/10 of stuff all up here. Alright, let's try again. reckon if you wanted to buy a house in Peterborough on one of these streets, you could probably get it for about $10, because there's bugger all here. Wow, what shit bloody directions posted. Let's have a look on the old GPS, guys. Sorry about this. I'll edit it out so it's not too boring. Trip. Oh no, motorcycle museum is closed. I guess we won't go to the motorcycle museum then. Let's find somewhere in the shade. We'll pull up and have a drink, have a lolly, and bugger off. Well, there you go, guys. That was Peterborough, and a big disappointment because the motorcycle museum wasn't open. So a bit of an unnecessary detour, but never mind. We've seen Peterborough now and all the wonderful attractions. Okay, on to Broken Hill. 3 hours, 3 minutes. Stay tuned. Okay, let's hang a left back out onto the A32 that we detoured off to get into Peterborough. ...269 kilometres to Broken Hill. So I've been riding for about 40 minutes. Since Peterborough, and this is the first vehicle that I've caught up to. It's just such a massive open space. I've been sat at about 120 kilometres an hour, maybe a touch more, and we've got oncoming, so we'll just hang on. So yeah, and another one. This is a shorter road train. Here we go. So that's what they call a road train, but it's only a short one. Some of them have, I don't know, I think it's like 10 trailers long. So this is the small, very small town of Yunta. I'm gonna just stop for 2 minutes. Alright, gonna get a pee, quick drink and something to eat, just a snack. Stay tuned. Right then guys, stopped in a little place called Yunta at a servo. Don't need any fuel for the bike, but I need some for myself. Now then, let me introduce you to an Aussie icon. This is a cherry ripe. So it's basically cherry, bit coconutty, and it will make me feel sick about half an hour after I've eaten it. Yeah, the ears are really sickly. Nice. Get into it. Alright, quick toilet break and we'll jump on the bike. We've got about 2 hours 15 minutes to go. See you in a bit. Well, I've been on the road for hours now, and there's 9/10 of stuff all out here. It really is a desolate place. There's bugger all to see, as far as the eye can see. Finally coming onto a little settlement, but I've been going for at least an hour without seeing any houses. And very few vehicles in going in either direction. Anyway, I'm around about 30 minutes away from Broken Hill. Looking forward to getting off the bike and getting something decent to eat. G'day mate. So easy. Oh.
Bit of sun, eh?
Can hear, yeah, hang on. Sorry my friend. So here we are guys, finally made it to a Broken Hill. I'm just cruising along now and looking for my Airbnb. Shouldn't be too difficult to find in a place so small. Where the fuck? What do you want then? 36. it wasn't 41 and it's 4:11. It's a little bit nicer this end of town than the other end. Okay guys, let's see if we can get settled in. See if there's anyone home. Well guys, here we are in Broken Hill. I made it here safe and sound. It was an extremely long day in the saddle. The scenery, some of the towns were fantastic. Some of the scenery is just really boring. It's desert, bushland, outback. I rocked up at the Airbnb and it's a lovely little place. It's very tidy, it's very clean. The lady's very kind, very nice, made me a cup of tea as soon as I arrived. And she's put the BMW in her own private garage so it's safe overnight. So I got a shower, had a wander around town. I found the only pub that was open in town and I had a pizza. And the pizza is not going to win any awards, but that was the only thing I could find. There was a nice restaurant, but it was booked solid. Okay, so after a long day in the saddle, I'm going to get some shut-eye, and then tomorrow we'll get up nice and early and we'll take you on a tour around the town. That should take all of about a minute, and then we'll head out to Silverton to take a look at the Mad Max 2 museum. Okay, I'll catch you guys in the morning. Take care. Thank you very much.
Au revoir.
Merci, au revoir. Okay guys, we are on our way. That was my fantastic horse Gigi. Whoop. I knew I'd do that. She was fantastic. She made me a lovely breakfast. And she even offered free accommodation for another night. What a lovely lady. Wow, fantastic lady. If you're watching this, Gigi, I really want to thank you. So, merci. Thank you for your hospitality. I'll see you on the next one. À tout à l'heure. Alright guys, I am now going to head out of town towards the Mad Max Museum. I'm just going to pull over for a sec and throw the GPS on and whiz on my sunglasses, so just bear with me for a few moments while I faff around like an amateur. I'm just going to give you a heads up on Broken Hill. I don't know what I was expecting actually, but there's 9/10 of stuff all going on here. It is a great place, but it's very, very quiet, which is to be expected because it's the week in between Christmas and New Year. And there was one pub open and the restaurant was full, so I had a pizza which was, I'm not even going to give it the tag of being average. It was pretty shocking, but it was either that or eat more lollies and snakes. So it was that or nothing, I'm afraid. So just be prepared if you do come to Broken Hill. If you're going to come out of season, there's not much going on. Having said that, I had a long day in the saddle yesterday and I hit the sack early. Oh, I stalled it like an amateur. Alright, let's chuck a Yui and oh, thank you. Oh, fuel. Yeah, we need some fuel because I've got 86 kilometers left. So fuel is going to come in handy. Let's go in the dodgy way. And then we've got 98 here. 91, 95, 95, diesel's no good, 98, superbe, le plan s'il vous plaît. Alright guys, I'm just going to get some fuel. Okay, she's full up, 30 litres. Let's go and pay and we'll hit the road. Alright, we are gassed up and ready to hit the road to Silverton. Okay. Alright, it's a 20. Hang on, let's pull the lids down, see if that helps with the audio. Alright, so it's around about a 25 to 30 minute ride to Silverton. We won't say goodbye to Broken Hill yet because we are going to come back in. We'll need to come back through here. Gigi recommended that I take a slight detour after Silverton, come back into town and go and see the living desert, and apparently there's a heap of sculptures there, and it doesn't take that far, that long. It's about 10 kilometers out of Broken Hill. and I doubt I'll be back this way for a long time, so I'm not in a rush, so we'll go and check that out, I reckon. A little bit of a strange night for me last night. Again, this is all new stuff to me. I'm not used to just being alone, traveling alone. I'll share something with you. Loneliness is one of my biggest fears in life. It's something that I've always avoided. You know, I've had a partner since I was 18 years old, so going off by myself is not something that I'm used to. I spent 6.5 hours riding, plus a couple of hours once I'd worked out all the stops and whatnot. So I spent a lot of time alone yesterday, and a lot of time alone in my helmet, just thinking over things that have happened, things that might happen, where's my life going, and whatnot. And to be honest, by the time I'd reached Broken Hill, I'd dropped into a bit of a dip, and that combined with not a lot of stuff open to go and see, I kind of hit rock bottom. I rang my dad Ron, and who's in the UK. He's in England. He lives in a small town called Bacup. I rang my dad Ron and we had a chat, and basically he gave me the kick up the arse that I needed and reminded me to go out and enjoy life. So thanks for that, Dad. I'm sorry that sometimes I'm such a big girl's blouse. No, that's not politically correct these days. Sorry I'm such a sucky lala at times. And thanks for the pep talk. This morning was fantastic. Gigi had breakfast with me. She's the host at the Airbnb. As I mentioned, she's originally from France, so I got to try out a little bit of my old phrases. We had a great time. She's a lovely lady, and as I mentioned, she even offered me a free night's accommodation. Don't tell everybody, if I wanted to stay again. So that was such a fantastic offer, and I'm just sorry that you know, with time constraints, I just can't do it. All right, so we're heading out to Silverton, and then we're going to carry on a little bit further to Monday Lookout, which will let us look down on the filming location of the oil refinery in Mad Max 2. Now I better watch my speed here, because it says 50 and I don't want to get a ping. Alright guys, I'll probably just sign off for a second or two until we get a bit closer to Silverton, and we'll take a look at the museum. Hopefully it's open. Well, there you go. Sometimes you get a wave and sometimes you don't. And the ones that you think aren't going to wave, they sort of throw it up at the last second and you don't get a chance to wave back. So it's a bit like Outback wave bingo, I guess. It's a bit of a lottery. So it really doesn't get any much more remote than this. I guess unless you're going out onto a dirt road, and you know, because I'm by myself, I certainly don't want to do that, because I don't have a remote locating beacon or anything like that. So nobody would know that I was out there. So the smart thing to do is stay on the bitumen, and I'm just staying on the main road that takes you up into Silverton. Well, there we are guys, I've just reached the outback town of Silverton where they filmed Mad Max. Quick stop for a gratuitous photo opportunity and a quick video. Alright, let's jump on the bike and check it out. Stay tuned. So here we are in Silverton, guys. It's been a long ride from Melbourne via Adelaide. Alright, there's a couple of places we're going to check out here, 2 or 3 actually. So the first one, we're going to look at the Mad Max Museum. Then we're going to look at Silverton Hotel, and I don't know if this is the right order, but who gives a shit. And then we're going to go up to what's known as Monday Lookout, and that's an indigenous name, M-U-N-D-I. I'll whiz up a map so you can get an idea of where it is. And so there's a lookout point there which lets you look out over the location where they filmed the Mad Max 2 movie. Alright, Burke Street. There seems to be a Burke Street everywhere in Australia. Now then, where's the Mad Max Museum? Not entirely sure. You'd think there'd be a signpost. I've got a feeling it's over there to my left somewhere. Well, here's a Silverton Hotel, so let's check that out first, guys. I doubt very much that it'll be open. Oh wow, we've got some bikes out the front, so we'll pull up and one of the Mad Max vehicles. So how cool. And there's a dog outside. You can't get any more Australian than that. Alright, so I'll stick the bike in front, and I've got a feeling that might be my mate. Alright, we'll stick the bike out front, get a photograph. Alright guys, stay tuned. So here I am at the Silverton Hotel in Silverton. I've just had a quick cup of coffee all the way up from Melbourne, and who do I bump into? A sticker from my good buddy and fellow YouTuber Dodger Moore. Here's a quick photo of our stickers side by side. There you go, Dodger. Maybe you'll get a few subs because of that. Maybe you can share that on your channel as well. All right, we're going to hop on the bike and ride up the street to the Mad Max 2 Museum. Stay tuned. Okay, we're gonna have the dog barking again. All right, let's nip up the street to the Mad Max Museum. Woof. Yeah, whatever. So here we are at the Mad Max Museum, Mad Max 2, and most of the memorabilia is the leftover vehicles. When they'd finished filming, they donated them to the local museum. I guess that's what I'm trying to say in a bad way. All right, we'll nip in and take a look. All right, we've got to park it right out the front door, obviously, and get that photograph. Oops, daisy. Oh, nearly a topple over then. All right, let's get a quick photo and we'll shift the bike. Alright, let's turn the cameras off and have a look inside. Okay folks, so that was the Mad Max 2 museum. To be honest, it's worth a look in for $10, but don't get too excited. I don't know why they won't let you take photos. I mean, everything you see in there is probably available on the internet. Right, the next thing we're going to do is try and have a look at the Monday lookout, and I'll try and get the drone up in the air for you. Not sure if you can see it on the GoPro there. That seems to be a tagline of mine. I'm not sure if you can see it on the GoPro. Off in the distance you got a great big wind farm. Alright, up on the foot pegs is always the best way. Okay, let's go and head out to the Monday lookout point. Wow, it's already 30 degrees even though it's overcast. I know on the video it probably doesn't look that warm, but sweat is pouring down my back at the moment. It's quite humid. Alright, 4 minutes to the Monday lookout. Hopefully we can get the drone out and whiz the drone up. That's a little bit better. I'm getting a breeze through the RST jacket. I've undone the zips here. And, just letting a little bit of airflow in. Alright, I'm going to conserve the battery for a minute or two. Stay tuned. So here we are at Monday lookout. I wonder what that stands for. It'd be interesting to know what Monday stands for. Monday probably means something like bloody hell, that's a long way. Alright, well, quite a cool lookout place. We'll pull up, get a photograph, and I might even see if I can throw the drone up. G'day guys. Okay, that was Monday lookout. Not much to see apart from a whole lot of desert and scrubland. I'd had the place to myself for a while, and then 3 carloads of families with screaming kids rocked up, and I think each family had about 3 or 4 kids themselves. It never ceases to amaze me. You have one and learn your lesson from that. Why the heck do you keep spitting them out like you're shelling peas? Anyway, each to their own. As an old mate of mine used to say, kids are like farts, you can only just stand your own. Anyway, let's head back towards civilization. Stay tuned. Well, there you go, guys. That was Silverton. I'm glad I came out here. It's a long way to come. The museum was definitely worth a look. $10. I mean, the guys are a long way from anywhere, so I guess you've got to admire their dedication and you've got to support those guys. Quick by way to the Silverton sign. Would I come back? Absolutely not. I don't see the point of visiting this place twice, other than the pub and the museum. There's not a lot going on here really, but I'm glad I came. So I'm going to head back to Broken Hill. I was going to go out and see these sculptures, but you know what? I'm a bit over it now. I just want to head back down. I'm going to Mildura, which is about 3.5 hours ride south from Broken Hill. I'm going to stop the night in Mildura, and then the day after I'm going to head back to Dave and Claire's place in Adelaide to spend New Year's Eve with them. And then finally, New Year's Day, I'm going to jump back on the bike, and I've got a couple of choices. I'm either going to ride all the way back down to my place in Eden Park, which is north of Melbourne, or excuse me, I'm going to stop at Echuca for a night in Echuca. Just depends how I'm feeling. At the moment I'm really ready to get home, but never say never. Alright guys, not much more to see on this road really, apart from the desolate wasteland that is Mad Max. Stay tuned, I'll catch up with you a little bit later. Well, that's the end of Broken Hill. There's not much more to see, to be honest. It's a bit of a one-horse town. It's not a destination that I'm going to be rushing back to. I think you can only see that once in your lifetime. Although I don't mean to offend the locals, and certainly not Gigi, who looked after me last night. She's chosen to make her life here, and Looks like she's having a great life as well. Well, once again, thanks for your hospitality, Gigi. I don't think I'm taking the official way out of town. I look to be going through the one of the residential backwaters. But I guess it gives you an idea of how the real people live. Now, on my way into town, I forgot to do the obligatory stop in front of a sign that said Broken Hill. So if I can find one of those, we'll hop off the bike and take a quick photograph. Might work well for a thumbnail for the video. But if not, we'll just keep rolling onto Mildura. We're going to go through Wentworth on the way, which is the meeting of a couple of big rivers. I can't remember, it's the Murray and is it the Darling? I don't know. I'll figure it out and I'll put something up on the screen. I'm not sure if you can hear me over the wind, but I've just been on this straight road for about half an hour now, and it's just straight as far as the eye can see, and there's bugger all anywhere, no houses, no infrastructure, no nothing, just me and the telegraph poles. Alright guys, I don't need fuel, but I've just got to get off this bike for a little bit. Oh, actually it looks like there's bugger all here. Well, it's a service station that gave no service, it was all closed up. So we'll just keep on going. As you can probably see, there's bugger all here. There's a couple of cars off in the distance. One of them that I thought was a police car. I slowed down and then he came past, so obviously not. This is fine, numbingly boring, especially when you're one guy on a bike. It's a bit different if you're in a car or there's a bunch of you, you can have a bit of a play. If you're in a car you can have a chat, whatever. Well, this is just, well, sweet FA as far as you can see. I'm an hour and 49 minutes from Mildura. Hopefully I can get a nice restaurant tonight. I was really disappointed last night with the world's shittiest pizza far out. I mean, I'm not the best cook in the world, but good grief. I could get a McCain McCain, you've done it again, freezer. Pizza out the freezer. Whack it in my oven for 10 minutes and it'd still be better than that shite that I had last night. But it was either that or snakes. So, beggars can't be choosers. Alright guys, I'm just an hour and 44 out of side of Mildura. I just need to stop for a few minutes, stretch the legs, grab a muesli bar out the back and maybe nip over and use the dunnies. Alright, back in a minute. So I'll let you into a little bit of a secret for making long trips. First off, make sure you get yourself a camelback or something like that. Second, you need a big pocket and you need a bag of snakes, and you open the bag and you put that in like that, and then as you're riding along, and I'll give you a demo when we hit the road, you can grab a snake and feed them in through your helmet so you don't have to stop. That's a Boomerang biker tip for the day. You heard it here, folks. Okay, so back on the road, and as promised, here I can get one out. There we go. Here's a quick demo of how to eat snakes on the go. Good thinking, you see. Okay, let's motor on to Mildura. I've been on the road now for what feels like an eternity. This is the first corner or curve or bend, or however you describe them, that I've seen in a long time. I've actually slowed down a little bit just so that you can hear me, so that the the microphone will pick up my voice. As far as you can see, it's just scrubland, outback. There's just nothing to see. But you've got to really keep your eyes peeled for kangaroos and emus, and wild goats is a big problem here. So there's a little rest area coming up shortly. I'm going to pull in and have a drink. We'll just check it out first, make sure there's no psychotic looking people, whatever they look like. We'll pull in, get a drink. There's no one down there. Wow, that's a bit desolate. I think I'll just bash on, to be honest. There's nothing down there. Sorry about the coffee, it's just so dry. It is so dry. It's 33 degrees. I've actually run out of water now in my hydration pack. I do have a bottle of Gatorade in the back, in my Lone Rider tail pack, but I really can't be bothered to stop. I think I'm about an hour out of Mildura, and I can't get there quick enough, I have to say. Look, it's a great trip. but unless you're happy and comfortable travelling by yourself, which as I said is a bit of a phobia of mine, but I've overcome that. I've grabbed life by the balls and I went and did it. But if you're not comfy just travelling by yourself, make sure you come out with some mates. I mean, the other thing is that you need to be well prepared. I've got an air compressor, I've got a tyre puncture kit, I've got some tools, I've got first aid, I've got pretty much everything I need. Touch wood, although there isn't any. Okay, let's keep on to Mildura. I've been on the road for what seems like hours and hours, just sat there at 120 kilometers an hour. My arse is absolutely killing. Not something you want to say when you're at the Blue Oyster Bar. I'm going to check the GPS here. So I'm 32 minutes away from Mildura. I'm going to stop at Wentworth and have a drink and see where the two big rivers meet. I have to say I'm absolutely knackered. For some reason my phone didn't dock, so I've had no music for ages. Not a biggie, but it gave me some time to have a bit of a think inside my helmet. I don't know what was happening with my headphones. It's usually pretty. It's a Motion 6. It's usually quite good. Let's just check out Spotify. I've got a great rock ballad Spotify list called Boomerang Biker Rock Ballads. Check that out if you get a minute. BMW and the connections for docking is pretty bad. Quite often I just dock straight to my phone and don't bother about anything else. I give up bothering. It's too hot here now to be faffing around with this. Wentworth and then on to Mildura, so I'll pull over in Wentworth, grab my bottle of Gatorade that's in the back there because this is now empty, and eat a melted chocolate bar, and then we'll continue on to Mildura. Alright my friends, we'll just wait for this car to come past and then we'll tuck in behind him. Alright guys, let's hit the road, get to Mildura, and looking forward to putting my shorts and t-shirts on and cooling down a bit. Alright, let's go. Alright guys, quick fuel stop in Wentworth before we head off down the road to Mildura. Hopefully this next 28 minutes will be a bit more interesting, because this has been pretty boring. Mate, guys, I'm absolutely knackered. I think it makes it more tiring because you're by yourself, so you don't have anyone to talk to. But I'm still glad I did it. I'm still glad I came out here. Alright, let's fix this up nice and tight. Alright, let's go and pay for the fuel. I'll be back in a sec. See you in a minute. Thanks. Okay, we're just waiting for the lights to cross over Murray River on the Abbotsford single lane bridge. Crikey, these are slow. Not the best to be sat here waiting when it's 32 degrees in all your biking gear. I'm looking forward to getting to Mildura, having a shower, putting my shorts on and just having a bit of a wander, and hopefully I can get some decent food tonight. Okay, let's go. Alright, we'll go for the stood up option so we can get a good look over the river. Wow! How cool is that? Very, very deep. Amazing. Welcome to Victoria. So we're back into Victoria and out of New South Wales. So 27 kilometres to Mildura. Shouldn't take us that long, saying about 19 minutes. Well, amazing avenue of palm trees back there. That's pretty cool, and we still got some going on over here. That is pretty cool. So I've just pulled over and plugged the address of the hotel into the GPS, and I'm about 4 minutes away. Looking forward to finally getting off the bike for the day. Okay guys, we're nearly there. It says about 600 meters. We're stopping at the Mildura Islander Resort. It looks like they're all sort of lined up here. Looked like quite a nice hotel when I looked it up online, but you never can tell till you get in there. Where are we? Here we go.
Destination is on the left.
Come on, sweetie. All right. Is it connected to what? Okay, let's go in and check things out. I don't know what date it is.
The 30th today. Been riding a while, have we?
So here we are in Mildura. It's been a long day, and as you can see from my t-shirt, I'm absolutely wet through. I've got a pretty good room. It's quite nice. It's only relatively early yet. The pool is right outside. You get this. The pool's right outside the room there, so I might put my swimmers on and have a bit of a dip. It's a comfy room. It's got a mini bar, not that I drink these days, but I can keep my stuff nice and cool. And it's got a nice shower and a nice big, I think it's a king size bed. I think I'll get changed out of my bike gear and have a shower, and then maybe hit the pool, or might even have a ride around town just for a quick look around. Okay, see you in a few minutes. Alright, so I've just had a shower and quick dip in the pool, and I thought I'd got a couple of hours to kill really before I get some dinner, so I thought I'd check out Mildura, and then I've got it done for tonight. Tomorrow I'll jump on the road straight away and head back over to Dave and Claire's for New Year's Eve. Well, good morning guys. I slept quite well last night actually. It's quite a nice room. Met some lovely people out by the pool, had a great chat. A couple from, I can't remember where they said, New South Wales, not Campbelltown, Wollongong, great people, and another couple from Melbourne somewhere. Can't remember where. One of the guys had a fire blade, so good luck on your track day. Anyway, as I said, slept well. Today I'm jumping out on the bike, get away in a couple of minutes, nearly 7 a.m. and I'm going back over to Adelaide, which is about 5 hours, to spend New Year's Eve with my friends Dave and Claire. Alright, so we'll pack up and get on the road after I enjoy my tea. Alright guys, we're all packed up and ready to head off to back to Adelaide. It's 4 hours 32 minutes. Excuse me. Oh, what a beautiful morning, look at that. Hopefully I don't come across any kangaroos, and if I do, hopefully I've got the camera rolling so somebody can pick up the pieces afterwards. I always forget to do something, and I forgot to clean my my visor. Bugger. Never mind, it's not too bad. Famous last words, I guess. What a beautiful morning. It's just 19 degrees. I'm sure it's gonna warm up later for New Year's Eve in Adelaide. So I'm going to be travelling, like I said, 4.5 hours back to Dave and Claire's place to spend New Year's Eve with those guys. They've promised me some seafood barbecue, and then the day after I'm going to head back to Melbourne. Now that's about just under 9 hours without stops. Now I've got a couple of options. I'm either going to flog it all the way through right back to my place in Eden Park, or I might stay in Echuca. I still haven't decided yet, and given it's New Year's Eve I might not even be able to get some accommodation. Sorry, not New Year's Eve, New Year's Day, but we'll see. I'm just making this up as I'm going along. So just under 390 kilometres to Adelaide. I'm just on the outskirts of Mildura. It's actually a really nice area. I'm quite surprised. I didn't think much of the city. There's, you know, it looked more like a big American city. But if you take a look around here, the outskirts are full of vineyards. It's really cool. It's great to see. In some respects, a lot of this area just reminds me of the south of France, especially the Clare Valley that I came through on my way up to Broken Hill from Adelaide. You might think, well, you know, 4 hours 18 minutes to ride all the way back to Adelaide when I'm already 4 hours into my 9-hour journey to go back to Melbourne. It's like, well, why would you bother? Well, I guess, you know, if you're watching this from overseas, Australia's got big distances, and we think nothing of jumping in the car and driving an hour and a half just to go to some shops or to go to a market or whatever. And then the other thing you've got to consider is that I'm not in the car. I'm not using that car as a mode of transport to get to somebody's house or get to a destination and get there as quickly as possible and as comfortable as possible. I'm on my bike, and I love my bike. My bike at this time of my life is my best friend. So for me, it's not about getting there in 4 hours. It's actually, if it takes a bit longer, I don't really care, because it's all about the joy of being on your bike on a glorious morning like this. It's the joy of the ride, it's the open road, yeah, all these cliches. It's meeting people on the road, and it's doing what you love doing in life, you know. And a lot of people say, well, you know, but motorcycles, motorbikes, bikes, whatever you choose to call them, are very dangerous. Well, look, the bike themselves isn't dangerous. The bike itself isn't dangerous, but yeah, 100% you're vulnerable out there, you know. And if you make mistakes, the consequences are much higher than they would be if you're driving along in a car. But that's the fun of it, you know. I'm not in a bubble. I'm out here soaking all this in as I ride along. And that's the thing about biking, and it does become this brotherhood, sisterhood, and you meet other bikers and instantly you've got that biking thing in common. And you know, if you don't ride motorcycles, you'll never understand. Maybe a cyclist might be the same thing, you know. You pull up somewhere and there's other guys that are middle-aged and dressed in lycra and you instantly bond. You know, maybe that's the same thing. Maybe if you're a hiker and you're hiking through a trail and you come across another hiker, that's a kindred spirit. So I guess there's some comparisons there. But for me, you know, I just love being on the motorcycle. I'm just cruising along here, slightly under the speed limit. I'm watching for kangaroos, but I'm enjoying life and I'm enjoying being out there. So if you haven't done it, you know, give it a shot. Get yourself booked on some sort of a learner course, hire a bike, see if you like it, and then you can either join a club, or an unofficial club, or you can do like I do and just get out there by yourself. And yeah, it can be a little bit lonely, especially for somebody like myself that's always had a partner in my life, you know. But you know, my partner is my bike now. Anyway, sermon on the mount over. Let's continue on to Adelaide. Just slowed down for a sec while we pass through a town or a small settlement called Boomerang. I was looking for somewhere to grab a coffee if I can, first one of the day, get a heart starter going. I'm not sure if I'm going to have much success here. If not, we'll bash on to the next township. That looks like pretty average place for coffee. It'll be out of a machine, a self-serve machine. I think we'll give that a miss. On to the next place. So I've been on the road for about an hour now, and I've got 3 hours 24 to go. Can't quite see the mileage there. Sorry, difficult to see. About 380 kilometres. No, can't be. Just over 300 kilometres, I think, to go, but I can't quite see because the sun is right behind me. I'm just sort of sat 110, 120, and the road is just one long straight road. I'm not sure if you can see it in the distance. I'll try and stand up a bit without getting my head blown off. Just miles and miles of bushland. Alright, we just crossed the border back into South Australia, and immediately the clocks go back 30 minutes. So I'm just coming into a quarantine area, and this is for fruit and vegetables, and it's to stop shit, I might slow down a bit. It's to stop the spread of fruit fly, which can be a right mess. Just bob over there. Is he stopping me? Morning. Do you want me to stop? Okay. Camera ran out of steam. Hopefully we got some of that on camera, I'm not sure. This one died a while ago, so I'll stop, get a coffee and change my batteries over. Stay tuned, guys. Alright, I've just stopped at the quarantine station. I'm going to go in and see if I can get a coffee and something to eat. Back in a sec. Well, not having much luck. The coffee machine is busted. So iced coffee, long black, and roast chicken and bacon on rye bread for breakfast. Let's get into it. That's not bad actually. Not sponsored or anything. I would have preferred a hot coffee this time of morning. It's only 8 o'clock. Beggars can't be choosers. And we're going for, as I said, roast chicken and bacon on rye bread. Or is it rye bread? I'm not sure. Well, it's a beautiful morning. Not too many vehicles on the road. Excuse me. Shouldn't talk with your mouth full. I haven't seen any bikers since yesterday. Sorry, the day before. #1 canned coffee in Japan. Does that mean it's made in Japan, or it's just the #1 in Japan? No, it's made in Australia. Alright guys, that was breakfast. Put my crap in the bin and we'll hit the road. Come on, let's get going. So we're just coming through the small town of Paringa and going over the river, and you can see, due to the recent floods, just how high this is. It's incredible how high. And actually, if you look over to the right, they've built a makeshift levee so that the river doesn't come over into the caravans. And I think that's a school there. Oh, it's a caravan park. So you can get a feel for just how swollen and flooded the area is. Well, that was a quick coffee break, and I just realised that the microphone looked like it was unplugged from the GoPro. Let's get some fuel. Oh man. Alright guys, I've just stopped for fuel. I'm about, what are we now, 40 minutes away from my friend's place. Just checked the cameras over. This one's still okay, it's got battery and an SD card, but if I flip the camera around, the one that I use on my handlebars and down here to record myself in low level, the SD card is completely full. And I can't be bothered to strip the camera down and put another one in. So you just have to grin and bear it. Quick bite of a protein bar and then we'll get the last bit done. Alright guys, I'm on the last leg now, 5 minutes left.
Are you not entertained? Is this not why you are here?